You know how franchises will make a trilogy, wrap everything up in a nice package, and leave it alone for a good while until everybody forgets about it. And then out of nowhere announce they're going to do a fourth installment. It's going to be bigger and better than before, and we're going to continue a story which we had wrapped up and finished a long time ago. But here it is, part 4. Join me now as I recap you on where I've been all this time. Not only had I built up some momentum for my career here in Los Angeles, I had a lot of appointments to look forward to. The final recording sessions for the Great Wizarding War. I had been invited to the Henry Danger Rap Party to celebrate their final season. I had classes to finish, new classes to start. There was a lot going on that particular weekend for me and my career and things that are important to me. But family is also important. Spending time with your loved ones and keeping promises to your family that you will actually be there for Thanksgiving is also important. And to be honest, I had appointments there too. There was a wedding, some friends of the family who had invited me to attend. I also had a doctor's appointment that my mother had scheduled for me because she was worried and it was important to her. Over the past couple weeks, I had some bad news to share, and I haven't really shared it with you, so wait, let me start over. A couple of years ago, more than a few years ago, I had a doctor's appointment to get to know my new doctor and for my new doctor to get to know me through a routine checkup. Part of that was she wanted to draw a lot of blood to just see where I was with all the basics. The results of that blood work came back and everything was fine, with the exception of my platelet count was a little low. Not could go to the hospital low, not even really be concerned about a low, just that's weird low. So it was just a thing we kept our eye on until it got to a point where we could identify what was causing it. The good news is we never got to that point. We have no idea why my platelets were low. It just meant I was kind of a bleeder. The really good news is that's over. My platelet count went back up to a normal level, and I've got nothing to worry about regarding platelets. The bad news is a different part of my blood went low, I believe. My creatinine levels, something that indicates how well my kidneys are functioning, got low. And it was more than just weird low, it was, we should be concerned about this low. Thankfully, I wasn't, you should go to the hospital low. That's stage 3. I was in stage 2, and stage 1 is normal. You, most likely, have stage 1 of whatever this kidney list of function is. We didn't know why this was. Again, it was just between this is weird and you should be concerned. Thankfully, not quite go to the hospital. But she definitely wanted to keep her eye on it. And I certainly did too. According to the pamphlet she gave me, some common causes of chronic kidney disease are opioid abuse, having too much Tylenol or Advil, aspirin. I don't take pain medication. Diabetes. I don't have that. Heart disease, I think, was one of them. I forget because I didn't have that. Every symptom, people who smoke too much, people who don't exercise, people who have really unhealthy diets full of salt, I'm none of that. However, we both had a hunch that it was these workout drinks I make for myself. I would make like these over 1,000-calorie drinks with 77 grams of protein, which is half a gram for every pound of body weight I have. That's too much. That's too much in one meal, and that's what I would do. She had a sneaking suspicion that was the cause, and I was pretty sure too, but we didn't know. And also, according to that pamphlet she gave me, having too much water, because I'm a huge tea drinker, could overwork my kidneys. Things like potassium, phosphorus, calcium, they're all parts if you have too much of, you can strain your kidneys. I eat like 3,500 calories a day. So I probably have a lot of all of this. I love bananas, full of potassium. I love tomatoes and wheat, which is full of phosphorus. So my girlfriend, thankfully, was determined to change my diet because I definitely was not. Once I got the news, the first appointment was, hey, this might be a thing you have. And the second appointment was, hey, we got the blood tests back. It got worse. You definitely have chronic kidney disease. That was bad. I immediately allowed her to take more tests so that we could figure out what the problem was. I immediately set up an ultrasound appointment so that we could see if there was anything structurally wrong. And I finally convinced myself I had to tell my friends about my situation in an effort to admit to myself that I had a situation and that I had to do something about it. Thankfully, blessedly, my friends are great. There was a lot of support that came pouring out from unexpected places and great amounts. I got hugs. I got a lot of messages about people who had relatives in similar situations offering me advice. And I got a lot of, I'm there if you need me's. And that was really helpful. Not only because it showed that my friends still care enough about me that I should be caring about this, but it kind of, it made it real, so I would treat it with sincerity and not just dismiss it like I had been doing before. So I went home, and it was great. The weather was perfect. Thanksgiving was in the air. I got to see friends, family, new relatives, some neighbors. I didn't get to see everyone, but that's the nature of traveling home for a short week, especially when there's a wedding and some very important doctor appointments happening. The day before, my most recent blood work results from my California doctor came in, and I was able to look them over with my cousin, who does that for a living. She saw the most recent lab results, came back where my creatinine levels were normal again. I had moved out of stage 2 back into stage 1. The doctor still doesn't know exactly what caused that change. It could have been a fluke. It could have been me changing my diet. Most likely was that. She's pretty sure it was that. But the good news is I got through it. And as long as I maintain a healthy amount of nutrition and protein, and now that I'm aware of the symptoms and the causes, I shouldn't have an issue again. So I was pretty much ready to just wash my hands of the whole thing, but I had to go visit this other doctor. She got to talking to me about nutrition and what's right for me specifically, and kind of confirmed what I had thought. I wasn't having too much water, which is good. So as long as I have enough water, maybe stay away from too much chicken, maybe stay away from too much wheat, I think she said. She said I was totally fine with the whey protein. That wasn't the issue. It was probably just I was having too much of it. There were just like 2 things I should probably stay away from. I've got it written down somewhere. It's fine. But the important thing is she confirmed that yes, a balanced diet is good. Maybe have some supplements, because I just got back to Los Angeles and it's like super gray and rainy. So vitamin D certainly couldn't hurt. And the actual important thing is that she told my mother there's nothing to worry about. We're keeping our eye on things, but I think I made it through, and I have my friends to thank for it, and also my ever-worrying mother, who I am grateful for. That was the good moment. That was the best moment when she hugged the doctor. The doctor was like, "You don't need to get excited." So I think I'm ready to move on now. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this from this channel, you can like and subscribe, but honestly maybe don't, because I'm trying really hard to stop doing these videos about why it is so hard to do these videos, and instead just make videos happen like it's that easy. But, you know, I've got my health under control. I got my computer and my phone's health back under control. I visited my family for the holidays, so hopefully there's no more interruptions. I'm getting back into the schedule. I'm working around my roommates and my upstairs neighbors. The lighting. Oh, right, the lighting. We're getting further into daylight savings time, and it's getting darker and darker earlier. And with the gray overcast. I came back from Florida to what I thought would be sunny Southern California, and it's been raining and overcast like every day. It's so weird. It never lasts this long. It's been like 2 weeks. And, I mean, you see how dark and gritty this Part 4 installment is, right? It's not supposed to be like this.